That was a preemptive jump by me.
Check. All right. Dude, that's hot. That's fucking money.
That's on the feed.
No, we're not live yet.
Yeah, we are.
We are?
We're live on YouTube.
Why? Oh my God.
Well, the volume's off, so they can't hear anything.
How come I couldn't? Oh, we didn't put the. No what, dude?
I didn't touch that.
No, it's okay. Oh, stop it! It's all right. Look, I'm stressed. Like, let me be stressed, motherfuckers.
I'm ready.
Let's go, do it.
I just have the volume off. The calendar has turned from December to January, and the ice is on, and we are back. Rhode Island is ready for hockey season. Welcome inside the Mount St. Charles Arena, RIIL boys hockey between the Mount St. Charles Mounties and the Smithfield Sentinels on SFBN Rhode Island, powered tonight on our very first broadcast nationally on the NFHSnetwork.com as well.
How you doing, everybody? Welcome to the Sports Fan Base Network Rhode Island broadcast of the Mount St. Charles Mounties against the Smithfield Sentinels. I'm here with Matt Jolis on the call. We're proud to be bringing this contest to you here at Adelard Arena in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. Matt, great looking ice tonight. The boys look like they're ready to go. About time Rhode Island Interscholastic League gets their hockey season going.
That is right, and we are going to have a slew of games for you over not just this weekend, but the weeks to come in a very fast-paced, what will be a very short, almost 9-week season that will put in a ton of games. Mount St. Charles to the left in the white jerseys with red trim, and Smithfield in the all black with the green. We're going to pause as we play the national anthem. After the national anthem, playing Matt Jolis in the broadcast booth here with Ron Robert. Ron, it's been a long wait for hockey season to get underway in Rhode Island.
Listen, we wanted to thank all the Division I, Division II hockey schools that have been working with us, everybody who really cares about their players and coaches out there in the state. Obviously some sports have taken a hit on the chin, and some programs are struggling a little bit out there, but right here we're about to change all that. We have the Smithfield Sentinels and the Mount St. Charles Mounties here on this first contest of the season, and we're proud to be able to announce this for everyone. And we're gonna do how many games this season, Matt? We got a bunch.
I lost count.
We got a bunch.
I think I reerased my whiteboard and put up new games almost every single day to keep adding games to it. And of course, as I mentioned on the lead-in, this is the very first game that is available nationally, as we are also broadcasting tonight on the NFHS network.
We are?
That is kind of pretty awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, that's actually pretty awesome. So, we shared that with a lot of the coaches that we've been working with. We obviously are proud to broadcast on the Sports Fan Base Network Rhode Island. We have Mason Belcher here as a producer, and we got Chris Carbone Jr. on the camera tonight. We got a full staff. We're ready to go. We're going to call some damn hockey tonight.
15 minutes on the board. That's right. It's a 15-minute period in high school. Mount St. Charles in the white and red to the left. Smithfield in the black and green to the right.
Listen, Matt, I can't lie. I like those Smithfield unis. Those things are serious.
They are good, and Matt Mahoney's over top of the puck. He gets it started. Pass back to Donahue. Mount St. Charles trying to get a move out of the zone. They do, and it's onto the stick of Mahoney. Mahoney comes up and just skating off sides as he tried to go with the cross-eyes pass to Bascombe, and we'll get a face-off just outside of the blue line. Quick start to the game by both sides.
You saw some fast skates right out of the gate. Looks like these boys are ready to go.
And it's going to be Mahoney going up against Dearden. Check that again. That's Negrin at the dot. Mount St. Charles wins it. Comes back to Donahue. Donahue dumps it down. Inside right behind the goal, and a hip check hard. Gets the puck, and Smithfield has their first time out of the zone. Onto the stick of Negrin.
Negrin is Smithfield Sentinels head coach Bobby Jackson. Negrin is his son. He's always talking great things about him.
Toss in there, and then sent back out on the save from Manville. And a tie-up here at middle ice, and they dump it down as a line change for Mount St. Charles. Deep in the zone for Payne. Payne loops it around the end boards. Gets it intercepted by Legase and goes back into the zone. Smithfield's going to have a chance. It was coming out and then right back into the zone. Tie up in the end boards here. Coming into play is Bedell. Bedell deep in there along with Latendra. Pops back out, landing onto the stick of Lombardi. Corner and a long dump and chase puck that's going to come all the way down, and icing called.
So far, Mount looks like they have a little bit of the edge here. Quick skates, some good stick movement, and they are able to keep the puck in Smithfield's end.
13:39 left to go in the first. Only 3 whistles so far in very quick action. This is going to be Simlin. Simlin over top of the puck. He wins the faceoff again. It tips out to Byrne, and Byrne gets knocked down, losing an edge on a skate picked up by Smithfield. Potter now trying to get it outside of the zone. They flip it up. It comes up top of the center. Right there on the run, and bothered on that play. Donahue got into it, intercepted, and sent back. Mount Charles now.
Smithfield tried for a deep wrister, and it looked like it just flubbed off the end of his stick.
Onto the stick of Martufi. Working it around the end boards, gets it back to the top. He's going to go to Mulligan. Back down in a tie-up, 2-1, and coming in to help is Byrne. Byrne's able to wedge it out, but it actually lands on a Smithfield stick coming back out before it's intercepted by Donahue. No control here. Now onto the stick of Clavitt. He dumps as Smithfield goes for a line change. 12 and change left to go. Deking around in the center was Bascom, and it goes back out. And we're finally going to get a touch up here with a whistle. And it looks like we might have our first penalty of the game.
Yeah, I saw that line change happen, and you saw that, Mount St. Charles didn't take their foot off the gas. They were able to advantage during line change.
Oh, check that. It's going to be a face-off outside of the zone, and the puck actually went out of play, and that's why we had the referee skating over. Face-off there, win again by Mahoney, dumped into the zone by Caggiano. Working around on the end boards, dueling right in front of the cage as the puck took a spin. Now Leclerc gets it. Top of the center. Legay score!
Wow!
A quick wrister dumped down inside. And Mount St. Charles has one on the board. CJ Leclerc.
It was right off his leg, Matt. A wrister into traffic. Mount saw it coming. Almost looked like he kicked it in with a skate.
CJ Leclerc, the senior from Bellingham, Massachusetts, gets the score and the assist to the Bonneville, Rhode Island senior John Legase, and 1-0 Mount St. Charles. Quick face-off here, goes right around. Again, Smithfield trying to gain any possible possession, and Legase, who got the assist on that goal, has it right away. Tipped out, deep line. Mount will change one more time. They actually intercept it, goes right in front. Bascom had it on the stick of Leclerc, was looking for number 2. Leclerc looking again, pad save.
Pad save right there by the Sentinels goaltender.
CJ Leclerc is on fire early on in this first period. 11:40 left to go. Step over play here from Bonneau.
Mount really bringing the pressure early.
Comes all the way down, controlled by Manville. Jason Manville, the junior from Chepachet, Rhode Island.
Chepachet? That's okay. Don't worry about it, man.
I apologize. I am still learning my Rhode Island towns. I have only been a roadie for 2 months. And it is, it's still trying to learn how to pronounce a lot of things around here, but it is great to be in the Ocean State. It has been an absolutely awesome time.
This is
and we're going to a quick goal right away from Connor Dearden.
That was a heck of a goal. Puck in traffic. He's able to pick it up. Snuck it right underneath the pad of the goaltender from Mount. You hear Coach Bobby Jackson.
So Negrin actually got the rebound tap, so it's going to be Negrin's goal, Dearden to the assist. And with 11:16 left to go here in the first, we're now knotted at 1.
What a heck of a game. Way to start out the season, huh? I love this.
We're technically not even 5 minutes in, and we've seen
2 goals and a lot of action.
An entirety of a game, it seems. And a face-off violation there, and they're going to just take a moment and reset this.
Boy, that goal really fired Smithfield up. You're going to see a little bit of a momentum swing.
If you hear all the banging, our broadcast position is directly above the Smithfield bench, as it is split benches, one on each side in this arena. So there's a lot of banging out of the Smithfield team as they got back into that game. Dumped down, controlled behind by Caggiano. Tie up deep. Popped back out now onto the stick. Negrin, and Negrin tried to fire one hard.
That was a fantastic save.
Stopped now midfield battle. Dumped back in by Clavitt. Controlled up. And Mount on a change gives Smithfield a chance to touch. Before it goes to the other side, and they change Mulligan. Inside, onto the stick of Leclerc. Leclerc trying to go for yet another one. Coming back out now mid-ice here.
Leclerc actually missed his first shot on that, whiffed it, Might have had a better look at the pipes, but then he went wide left.
Donahue, the Rentham, Massachusetts senior. Now carried back up, picked off by DeSano. Tie up at the boards there. And squibs out to the blue line, reset play, Donahue. Tic-tac-toe going there with Mahoney. Comes back in for Bascom. They go up top again. Donahue fires one, and that's wide of the cage. And now a redirect chance as Mulligan dumped it in and LeClaire tried to redirect. LeClaire goes again, and it's saved. All the way down, a touch-up and icing is the call, and both sides will change.
We want to thank everyone who's tuning in. If you want to share where to tune in, you want to go to sfbnri.com. That's the Sports Fan Base Network, Rhode Island.com. Click Watch Live, brings you right to the game.
It is a super big Watch Live button. You can't miss it in the upper right-hand corner of the website.
We made it. We tried to make it easy for everyone.
Brand new for 2021. It is kind of interesting, though, to be saying 2021.
Unreal.
I feel like last year was almost 2 years in itself, and now here we are really actually talking about the new year. But we had a lot of great events last year, and we're going to bring a lot of great events this year. On SFBN Rhode Island, Smithfield gets guilty of the puck going to the right side of the blue line before the left side of the blue line. So offsides. 8:42 left to go in the first. Face off here again, won by Mount St. Charles. Latendra tapping away there is Cayano. A shot that had to be sticked away coming off of Negrin. Carried now here out of the zone. Comes from Lombardi. Lombardi dumps it around the end boards. Picked up by Latendra. Back to Lombardi. Lombardi tried to kick it out to Badeau, who was right in the slot. Instead, Badeau has to chase to the end boards. Latendra with a little hit. Badeau fires wide. Picked up by Mercurio. Carried around. Onto the stick of Clavitt. Scoots out of the zone. It's going to come all the way down, but it will not gain the end line, so it will get picked up by Cayano. Mount St. Charles will dump all the way down, and we are going to get icing once more. 7:53 to go in the first, all tied at 1. Ron, I know you've got a lot of people to thank for making this happen tonight.
Yeah, well, I definitely want to thank Mike Sosha, head coach of Bishop Hendrick, and I don't care if you don't like the fact that I'm calling him out on a Mount Smithfield broadcast, but it's because of him that we're standing here right now. And then Dave Farrell from Burrville, Bobby Jackson from Smithfield, Mark Andriozzi from Cumberland. We got more to thank. Rink managers, Matt Campanelli, he's the rink manager here at Mount. Thank you for tonight. Thank Matt Mertens for inviting us in, the head coach of Mount St. Charles. And, we're just proud to be doing this. This is exciting and fun. We've been waiting a long time since soccer season ended.
Yeah, and without going into a further long list of names, we'll give a shout out and thanks to everybody at the RIIL who's been working with us over the past couple of weeks to get us a lot of information that we've been able to keep up to date on what's been going on. And thanks to Ron Robert, who without him, SFBN Rhode Island wouldn't exist, and we wouldn't be standing here right now. But we'll get into that more later on in the broadcast. 7 minutes left to go here in this.
I do want to give one shout out really quick while we're in the middle of this. We're going to give a couple shout outs to this guy, Joe Mastrati at Second Time Around Sports. They are really one of the biggest hockey places to go in Rhode Island. I know this guy, small business owner. COVID's really taking it hard on him. High school sports being, suspended and all the stuff that's going on. He's huge with hockey, huge with wrestling. He's got everything that you need. You want to get down there, he's on Atwood Ave in Cranston, Rhode Island, Second Time Around Sports. Fantastic guy. This is not paid for. You got to support your local businesses. I'm sorry. Let's go.
Right in top, and it's the 10th. Wow! And a second chance, third chance, going around, but Doe's trying to get in there now. It's still a free puck, and it's still alive. They're trying to trap it. Everybody has their stick on it, and finally Smithfield clears, and it goes right into the breadbasket of Legace.
Give that Smithfield goaltender some credit there, Matt. That was unreal. He stuck with it.
Smolin had a chance there. And this is going to come all the way down for icing on the play. That is about as tight as you can get it inside of the blue paint without a goal getting scored. Here we go, restart of play. Donahue has it pinned, scoots it around, finally to Leclerc. Leclerc tries to get it up. He's blocked down and it dumps back into the end line. Mulligan now is going to switch. Onto the stick of Bascombe. It squibs its way and it was caught on the underside of Mahoney's skate and he carries it across. So an offsides call. Face off again between Mahoney and Negrin. Won by Smithfield. Potter to Negrin. Onto the stick of Mulligan as he tries to switch and connects with Bascombe. Tie up at center. Right on top of the M. Squibs out and then tapped back by Potter into the defensive zone before Mahoney actually wins the foot race and is checked into the boards, and a delayed penalty will be called on the boarding call. Shot goes wide. Picked up by Smolin. Again to the top, wide again. Mulligan, and now finally the touch up, and we are finally going to get our first penalty of the game. And it will be Connor Dearden headed to the box, 2 minutes for cross-checking. 5:24 left in the first. 1-1.
So I just wanted to, so now we're getting a lot of text messages. We're getting a lot of messages, email. I got Facebook messages. We got all sorts of stuff happening right now. Everyone's thanking us, Matt, for putting this on. But just so you know, this is only the beginning. We have a whole season to go. We're going to hopefully get as many teams on these streams as possible because, yes, we are here to do this. We want our business to thrive. We love doing this, but, man, we really want to see these kids get some recognition, and we want to help the families.
Face off here right at the dot. First power play of the season. Lombardi captaining it from the top. Whoa! Wide shot by Latendra. And it's paddled away. Comes right back in again. This time off of the stick of Lombardi. Cycled back around. Lombardi now. And this is going to scream all the way down. Tapped for a second by Mandeville.
Which one? What's the name of the? I have it off. What's the name of the goaltender?
He's wearing number 1, but it's not on their roster sheet.
It's not this guy?
Unless he changed his number.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. All right. That's a bummer. Listen, we had to turn the volume off for a second. We were having a little deliberation, Matthew and I, trying to figure out the name of the...
We are missing a few numbers on the Smithfield roster, and we apologize for that.
Yes.
As it is first game of the season, a few things have happened, and we've noticed that the Smithfield goaltender is wearing number 1, and there is actually no number 1 line on our roster. So
but I wanted to give him a shout out.
We definitely do. We give an apology to that, as there's 30 seconds left here in the power play, and it is tapped all the way down, cleared by Smithfield. Mount will have to try to restart for one last rush here.
We hope you're really enjoying the broadcast. We're so far having a great time giving it to you. Again, Mason Belcher is producing this broadcast for SFB in Rhode Island. Chris Carbone Jr. is doing the camera work. And Matt Jolis is doing the play-by-play call. And I'm your color commentator, Ron Robert. We are honored to be here with you all tonight.
Shot by Mahoney as the power play came to an end. To no avail there, and it comes back out now. Bascom works it into the zone. LeClaire is the only Mount player in the zone, as there's 5 Smithfield jerseys carried back out now. Take around right and top, and a shot by Goff. And clips out, and he tries to save it before it goes into the Mount St. Charles bench.
Smithfield turning it up offensively right now. I mean, it really looked like Mount was just overpowering them, but that goal obviously tying it up 1-1 even in the score, but really a momentum swing for them.
2:56 left to go in the first. Hard shot, pad save by Manville, and again he scrambles going post to post to trap it underneath the blocker.
That was a great save by the Mount goaltender. He got down for that one.
Jason Manville going for a kick save and a beauty on one side and a blocker trap on the opposite side, all within the span of about 2 seconds. Face off deep in the zone here. Quick hit outside. Tussle up in the boards. Under the stick of Wozniewski, first time we've called his name tonight, the senior from Plainville, Massachusetts.
The defender for Smithfield right here, number 4.
That's Connor Dearden.
All right, Connor Dearden. They just let him take free reign out at the blue line with, I saw at least 4 shots from the blue line.
He has, and he had a couple inside as well, too, that were very key saves by Manville. Face off here at center ice. One again by Mount for a second before it's kicked over. And Smithfield tries to get a start. They have one lone runner here. Coming on hard is Clavitt. They have to get it into the slot. Working around on the outside. It goes through everyone onto the stick of Badeau. Badeau carries it out. And a hard hit right in front of us between Badeau and Anthony Mercurio.
Looks like he's hurt right there. Number 6 for Mount.
Yeah, Matt Badeau skated right off the ice and went straight to the bench. Buck 51 left to go here in the first as it dumps down into the zone. Mulligan works it around the end boards, right in the center to Bascom, who couldn't put it in into
nice
the net.
Hit by number 7 from Mount. I don't have the roster in front of me, but
it's Micah Bascom.
Nice check.
The junior from Cumberland, Rhode Island, and he is the one with the puck right here. Carries it across, tipped off to Mahoney. Bascom and Mahoney working along the side, and it squibs out. Goes back defensively, controlled out now. Here's Bascom again, rifles one, and it's kicked away. Bascom and Mahoney trying to work the end boards there. Payne for Smithfield tries to loop it around. Gets it to Patron. Bothered a little bit was Legis, and with a bucko 1.
The game turned physical. I mean, obviously it's hockey, I get it, but you know, you didn't see that quite at the beginning. Getting physical really quick.
Another face-off here between Negrin and Lombardi. And Negrin wins this one as it pops back Under the stick of Payne. Taps off to Durden. Right in the center and pinned against the post. And a few little extracurricular activities not related to ice hockey happening after the whistle.
Well, it's actually related to ice hockey. It's just not related to the actual game.
You killed the joke there. Quick shot on goal and a high sticking call. In the midst of that shot will send
Smithfield was just jumping in
to the box.
That's the cardinal rule in hockey. No one touches your goaltender, right?
Quite true. If you bother the goalie, you will get bothered. If you saw the two Devils Bruins games that started off the NHL season, they were not all that happy with the Devils players going after Tuukka Rask. It carried over into the next game as well, too. Quick little power play here. 38 seconds left to go in the first. Calling for it is Mulligan to Mahoney. Mulligan takes a rifling shot, and it got into Bascom's breadbasket. Pops back out. Tussled around the center, cleared all the way down. Restart here, Mulligan. 15 left to go. Carried up by Donahue. Donahue goes all the way, looping around the end boards, comes back out, dumps it off for Mulligan. 5 seconds left. They're going to need a quick shot here, or they're going to carry this one to the second as the horn sounds, ending the first period of play. They will have 1:12 of carryover time on the penalty for period 2 to start, but a quick early goal from Mount St. Charles and then a quick answer from Smithfield. What do you think of the first period of play, given this is the first game of the season?
Well, obviously they came out with a lot of oomph, right? They were really fast off the puck from the beginning. Mount got a quick goal, and obviously a goal is a goal, but shot into traffic, deflected off someone's skate. Unfortunate. I feel like the Smithfield goaltender's been having a hell of a game, but that one snuck by him. And then Smithfield's goal was Smithfield's goal was great. Smithfield had a really great goal. I mean, that was a great shot right underneath the pads of the goaltender from Mount. And again, then they started getting pretty physical, probably about halfway through the first. And I just think what a fantastic first quarter of play to open the season.
Given this is our first game of 2021 on SFEN Rhode Island, and I know you and I did some work towards the end of last year, but from a standpoint of our network, since I've got you in the box tonight,
oh boy,
I started this with you 8 months ago now.
Yep.
And I remarked so many times how much this network has grown over the last 8 months. I know you've been doing it longer than 8 months, of course.
No, but not like this.
Just talk about how important it is to us as a network, to the RIIL, to all the schools, that we're able to be here tonight and what we've got coming up this season.
Definitely don't want to flush everyone with, stuff about us, but really quick, thank you for saying that, Matt, and you've been a huge part of everything that we've been doing. Mason Belcher is here tonight, huge part of everything we've been doing. Chris Carbone Jr., pretty new addition, but just taking off like wildfire here with the network. And, really, it's because of the passionate people in Rhode Island, and that's really what we hang our hat on. And everyone's so into their kids, so into their programs. I can't say enough about everyone, and we work hard at this network to promote that. We're not just sitting here saying, okay, it's about us. No, it's really about the athletes in Rhode Island, about the coaches, the programs. We're expanding outside of Rhode Island, which is actually good for us because that's what people should want so that we can give our kids exposure. But it's really just about everybody that I've been working with, the greatest coaches in the world, the greatest kids in the world at all sports, football, hockey, basketball, baseball, lacrosse, soccer, it doesn't matter. Wrestling, right? It just doesn't matter, everything that we've done. So everyone should just look out for the sfbnri.com coming up here in the next year. We're going to have a great 2021.
Switching sides, Smithfield to the left, Mount to the right, and we go with Mahoney winning the faceoff at $1:08 left on the power play for the Mounties. Pushed back around here. This is Mulligan. Gets it up to Mahoney. Mahoney carries it into the zone. He's going right for the cage.
Wow.
Mahoney is dumped down, and the cage has come off of its moorings, and we're going to have a conversation between the referees, and there is a penalty that is going to get called.
Mahoney really showed you something right there. That was some great stick work. Really great stick work. He showed you he's got something in the tank. Oof.
Durden goes into the box again. His second penalty, 2 minutes for roughing. And it will be a 5-on-3 for 54 seconds. And the coach of Smithfield not too happy with his assistant captain, Connor Dearden.
The coach for Smithfield not too happy. I mean, obviously, he's not trying to give up power plays right now in a 1-1 tie against Mount. I can understand where he's coming from.
A lot of ice here, and a quick shot to score! CJ LaCroix is his second of the game.
Well, listen, there's something to be, obviously, there's a little bit of majestic feel about Mount St. Charles. There's something to be said about the way their players play and how they're coached. The way they just took advantage of that power play that quickly, and that was right straight in the dead center of the net.
And they will have $1:47 for a 5-4 power play. CJ LeClaire, his second of the game. Matt Mahoney, the assist. So here we go again. Mulligan, LeClaire, Mahoney, back to Mulligan. They're bothered, and Mulligan is able to fight it away and still control the puck. He comes back to the end boards. Up to the top, Mahoney. Mahoney takes a rifling shot through a couple of 5 holes, but not the goaltender's 5 hole.
Mount taking their time.
Mahoney again tapping it over to Donahue.
Great defense by Smithfield right there.
Donahue deep to LeClaire.
Smithfield hoping to kill this power play and get out of here with just taking 1 goal so they can get to full strength and hopefully tie it up.
And LeClaire with a shot there that kicks off the goaltender out of play, hitting the catch net. And we'll get line changes as well before a face-off to the left of the goaltender. 54 seconds left to go on the power play. 13:35 left to go in the second period. Quick face-off win there. Latendra sending it out. He squibs it right back across the cage. Cagliano had a chance there. Up to the top. Passed over by Lombardi. Lombardi takes a shot and it's tipped away off of Cagliano's stick and wide of the cage. Rifling shot on the passover from Badeau as it clips again off of a couple of players, but into the catcher of the Smithfield keeper.
I don't want to keep blowing smoke about the Smithfield goaltender, but the kid's keeping them in the game.
Quite true here as Lombardi tries to take a chance, and it's pinned away, and another save and another face-off. 22 seconds left to go on the penalty. 13:02 left in the second on a 2-1 game for the Mounties. Face-off win there by Legace. Comes back across. Latendra.
I don't know if you can kind of
pinned into the board by Negrin.
I was just looking at the face-off, and number 11, Pava, he took that face-off from Mount. Looks like a big kid. I could be wrong. Maybe it's number 14 from Mount 2. Yeah, a couple big, looks like they got a couple big kids on it.
14 is Rafi Negrin. And he has been certainly a key player for the Sentinels as the penalty has expired. So we are back to
Full strength.
five-a-side full-strength hockey here as we approach the 12-minute mark, and a rifling shot from Legace comes all the way back into the defensive zone, picked up by Caggiano. Dumps it all the way down, and we'll get the icing call. Line changes for both sides as we bring it down to the right of the Mounties goalkeeper.
Take this minute. You're watching this broadcast on the Sports Fan Base Network, Rhode Island. You can find us at sfpnri.com. Tell all your friends.
Friends, tell everyone.
Yeah.
Tell everyone.
Tell everyone.
We are also happy to be live as well tonight on nfhsnetwork.com, our first ever national broadcast. And we will have a ton of those as we go throughout the course of the winter season through the playoffs.
Proud to be the official affiliate in Rhode Island of the NFHS network. I mean, we tried going out there and just doing some things on our own, and you realize that you kind of want to be in partnership with people because it's better for the kids. We get more broadcasts, we get more work done, we get to help out the Rhode Island athletes in all different phases.
Tapped here as it comes across the line, carried in after a couple of Mount players had entered. So offsides is the call, and we'll take it just outside the blue line.
11:30 left in the second.
Comes across onto the stick there of DeSano. DeSano covering it across to Patron. That is tipped away, carried back out. Intercepted, and a quite interesting touch call there, as it wasn't really a total control by Smithfield, but they get called for the offsides. So a line change here with the stoppage of play. Face off there, and won by Kyle Smolin. Tipped back out. They'll reset now. Mount trying to control through. David Byrne dumps it into the zone, and then it gets carried back out. Run of play here is Mercurio. Dumped right into the top off the stick of Rafi Negrin. Carried back out now again is Smolin. Smolin dumps it to the end boards. It's going to be picked up by Martufi. Martufi has a chance there. Trying to connect with Smolin before it goes squibbing around the end boards. Smolin and Martufi right at the top of the blue there, and it's tapped all the way back out. Donahue tries to fire it back in. Out comes Smithfield. Hard shot, saved, and a quick another save by Mandeville. And it's tapped across. Connor Durden puts it onto the stick of Anthony Mercurio. Past Mandeville, and Smithfield has knotted it at 2.
Listen, that was all persistence. 2 shots in a row, a quick one-timer back, nice save by the Mount goaltender, and then Smithfield just being persistent. And that was a great one-timer, a great one-timer.
Check that, it's going to be actually Shane Hopkins getting credited with the goal. Durden with the assist. And do you think with Darden getting the assist on that goal, he may have pulled himself out of the coach's doghouse now?
I think he did. I think Mr. Assistant Captain with 2 penalties definitely got the nod from his coaches on that one. Hey.
And we're going to get a high sticking call with 9:55 left to go in the second. And as I was talking, he is headed back to the box. That is quite a situation.
Yeah, he gets a high sticking call, and I'm not one to sit here and go against the stripes, although I've been known to do that. Okay, but that was, to me, from where I'm standing, not a high sticking.
So 9:55 left to go here in the second. All nodded at 2, and now another power play.
That was definitely a hometown call. Sorry.
Giving the Stripes a little barn duty tonight.
I'm not afraid to say it.
Donahue tic-tac-toe, and it goes in off of the stick of Matt Mahoney, just like that. 8 seconds into the power play, and it's 3-2.
Listen, not to take anything away from Mount. Again, their power play is vicious. Okay, so let's all be realistic about that. But it was gross how the ref gave them that power play. I'm sorry. But Mount gets the nod on power play offense. I mean, they only take seconds.
So Matt Mahoney gets the goals. CJ Leclerc, the assist. 2 goals and an assist on the night for CJ Leclerc, as Mahoney has put the Mounties back ahead 3-2 into the second stanza of the second period. And now here comes Smithfield trying to work it out of their defensive zone. Kept back in by Cayano onto the stick of Bedell.
You know, one of the things we tell our kids, wherever I coach or wherever I've played, we tell them, don't let it be that close where a bad call from the ref will change the game for you. Unfortunately, in hockey, when it's a tight game like this, man, one call, oof.
Clavitt and Lombardi having a little bit of fisticuffs at center ice. They have now resumed their normal duties. Here he is again onto the stick of Mulligan. He was looking to fire. Instead, it goes back to the top, and it's Cagliano who fires just wide of the cage. Impacting with the referee here at center before dumped back into the zone by Cagliano. Scoots around the end boards. Smithfield will take possession. They scoot it back around the end boards on the opposite side.
Smithfield got away with one at center ice, Matt. I don't know if you saw it. A little hands to the face mask.
Rifling shot here by Mulligan. Cleared out, tapped back in off the glove of Cagliano, right to his stick. Cagliano tries to fire one. Bascom now here controls. He'll go down to the end boards. Mahoney. Leclerc possibly looking for his 3rd goal of the night. Comes back out Mulligan. Tapped aside. Cagliano fired wide. Scooted back out, and that is going to go for a penalty against Mount. And we'll send CJ Leclerc to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. So Smithfield down a goal with 7:44 left to go in the second. Will now get a power play.
So the one thing that I've been watching with Smithfield, I feel like they're actually being more physical than Mount. Maybe they feel like they need to turn that part of their game up in order to contend. But I see a lot of them down on their knees heading to the bench with 7 minutes left in the second. Let's see if they get gassed out too early in the third.
Power play here. Quick shot off of the stick of Nathan Goff and then right into the breadbasket of Jason Manville. And we'll get a face-off to Manville's left.
Well, some line change action. Trying to figure it out over here.
Buck 47 left to go in the power play. 7:31 left to go in the second. Rifling shot off of the stick of Negrin. Kicked away by Manville. Pops back out. Negrin again. Looking to the center. Again, they go to the same play for the back door. Wraparound score!
That was a great level of awareness behind the cage to bring it for the wraparound, especially when the puck was flying so fast. Fantastic goal by the captain, right? Number 3.
A very fantastic goal on the power play. Knots us all at 3.
So again, we're missing number 3 on our roster, so we apologize, but he is a captain. Don't know how he slipped off the roster. Hold on, we got Chris Carbone knows his name.
Charlie DeHose.
Charlie what?
DeHose.
All right, Charlie DeHose.
Charlie Diaz, all right.
Nice job, Charlie.
The Smithfield captain has put them back level at 3, 6:43.
Oh, that was dangerous
It's
right
23, Joseph Patron getting credit for the assist. Rifling shot off of the stick of Mulligan. Kicks back out to Cagliano. Deep inside, Mahoney tops it back. That's going to go outside of the blue line, but Smithfield's going to touch, negating the offsides. Controlled here as now they clear the zone. Cagliano comes in, carries it, looking to see, and he'll just dump to the end boards. It's going to skirt around, and it's tapped away by Lombardi before it comes all the way out, all the way down. No icing called. Tie up in the corner there, Cagliano. Onto the stick and a lifted shot from Goff. 5:40 left to go in the second. This is going to scrib out to center ice.
You know, it looks like Smithfield does a good job after they score a goal and they get some momentum and they start to play tough, but they only hang on to that momentum for a minute or two. If they can keep that up and keep the pace up, they have a good shot here.
Patron, who had the assist on the last goal, dumps it down and they will reset, kicking it all the way up. This is going onto the stick before it is flicked over, and a 2-line pass offsides. One thing quite different in high school hockey between what you see in college, the NHL, international, you don't have the Zamboni in between each period, and so a lot of dust on the ice right now, and we've seen how it's starting to affect the puck slowing down.
Yeah, definitely. You could definitely see it.
Mount tries to work it as it squibs away and comes off the boards. They're going to have to reset here, coming back defensively to loop it around is Wisniewski. Trying to clear out of the zone, kept in by Mercurio. Tie up there at the dot. Donahue squibs it out. Now it's on to Bascombe. Bascombe dumps in. Quick shot on goal by Leclerc. Comes back. Cagliano behind the net. Leclerc kicks out, fired in by Mulligan, goes wide. Bascombe 4 minutes left to go here in the second. Still knotted at 3. Thank you for joining us this evening on SFBN Rhode Island. Our first RIIL boys hockey action in Division 1, as tonight is the first night of the season.
This is actually our first hockey broadcast for the Sports Fan Base Network Rhode Island. We've done, a multitude of different sports, including field hockey, Mr. Jolis. But this is our first hockey broadcast. I'll admit, we were a little nervous. We were scrambling. We wanted to give a great broadcast to everyone. And great job to our producer, Mason Belcher, and to our cameraman, Chris Carbone Jr. They're putting on a great show for everyone right now.
Quick shot on the face-off there by Byrne. Is gloved down by DeHose.
Stop the shooter!
Face up now here, one by Donahue, gets past the blue line, so they'll have to reset Mulligan. He's bothered there by Patron. Kicks it up and it's turned over, and Smithfield has control here. Patron tries to gain the zone now. Right in the end board, picked up by DeSano. DeSano trying to kick it through, and now that's picked up and that's tapped off the side out of play by Martupi. And that puck is fired in and clips up off of the stick of Clavitt and out of play into the catch netting. So a stoppage of play, and we'll get a face-off with 3:13 left to go in the second.
So weird to be here at Adelard Arena, where it's basically empty. I've been coming to this arena since I was in high school, watching games, and it's just crazy to see it. But there are some spectators here. They did allow a few spectators in here. You could probably see on the camera. Mounts got some on their side. Smithfield has some on our side. So that was nice of them. But, you can watch this broadcast on sfbnri.com. Click Watch Live. And I think you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Have some popcorn. Maybe have a beer if you're the dad. Hang out.
I wish I might be in the comfort of my own home right now, as sitting on my couch in my living room might actually be a little bit more comfy than this floor that we're standing on. But I have to say, if I was at home watching this game, I wouldn't be here broadcasting the game, and this is a lot more fun to be here.
I was just going to say that, Max.
Oh, and an empty net opportunity skips out of the stick handle of Cody Paiva.
See, this is persistence by Smithfield. Like I said, they come out with some momentum, but they're hanging on to it right now.
Dumped down as Mount goes for a quick change. Smithfield tries to work around the end boards. It is intercepted, taken over by Bascombe deep in the corner. Try to work it out, get it onto the stick of Mahoney. Collision right at the top of the blue line between Bascombe and Goff. And then another collision results in a whistle, and we're going to get a penalty to Micaiah Bascombe for elbowing the junior from Cumberland, Rhode Island. Will go to the box for 2 with 1:57 left to go in the second, so we're going to get a power play with a little bit of carryover time. Though we saw Smithfield get a quick goal the last time they had a power play, are they going to feed off of that for this time around?
We'll see. I mean,
right there, it's top of the key and a chance.
I mean, Mount St. Charles power play has been impressive. If it wasn't for the power play, Smithfield would be up 3-1.
Patron had an opportunity. That squibbed all the way down. Mount tries to reset here. Donahue now dumps it down to the end board, sending Smithfield chasing, and they better be careful because Matt Mahoney's right there. He actually picks it up, and Smithfield trying to look for the shorty. Sorry, check that. Mount trying to look for the shorty. Comes back now here onto the stick of Mulligan, and Mount is burning time, and this comes in and clips right off of
Coach Jackson.
Coach Jackson's hand.
Nice reaction time by Coach Jackson.
1:15 left to go in the second, 1:19 on the penalty, so we're going to have about a 4-second carryover into the third period, and one of the referees is over at the Mount bench right now getting a little work from the Mount St. Charles trainer. Even referees take hits in hockey games.
Yeah, even referees are getting it.
Stick check opportunity there. Squibbs out of the way. It was Matt Payne kind of throwing his stick at it. Squibbs all the way down to the end boards. 1 minute left to go here in the second period. And on the power play still is Smithfield, and they're going to have to try to take a run here before the end of the period. Here comes Mercurio out. He's in a foot race. Donahue working it around. Again, and it's tipped up, comes right back into the center, and Manville stands on his head and keeps it at 3. Hard shot coming off of the stick. Dumped inside, and Manville saves it for a stoppage of play with 28 seconds left to go. Smithfield looking hungry for that go-ahead goal. They have not yet led this game tonight. They have been chasing since the opening faceoff, but they have found themselves able to get back each time that Mount St. Charles has added one to the board, and that's why we stand at 3-all. Top to Negrin. In deep to Clavitt. Comes back center. And a goal with 2.9 seconds left to go in the period. Smithfield has their first lead of the game at 4-3. How about that, Ron? 2.9 seconds left to go on the power play, and they get the goal.
I'll comment in between periods when they're cleaning the ice. So they clean the ice between the second and third period. Thank you to my good friend Jim Giuliano out there. I know you're listening. He gave me the little nod on the text message. Hey, it's our first hockey broadcast, right? We're going to learn a thing or two. I'll tell you this.
That it is, and I have to say, you want to talk about first hockey podcast? Yeah. This is the first time I've actually called a high school hockey game. I'm used to calling college.
Well, you're doing fantastic.
So it's fun, and I'm going to have to learn some of the rule differences between college and high school.
Yeah, we all are.
As we go through this.
So, Matt and I have a screen up here while we're broadcasting, and I'm watching the screen right now. I'm very happy. No, I'm just saying. I'm happy. I'm happy that we can provide this service for everyone out there. I hope that they appreciate it. Appreciate it enough where everybody wants to have us be a part of their lives. Because honestly, this is, with COVID and with no spectators, this is how you're going to get to watch your kid play high school hockey.
Anybody got hockey songs going through their head right now? Because all I'm hearing in my head is, I want to drive the Zamboni.
All right. So this is where you can all shut the broadcast off right now. You can shut the broadcast off right now. Matt's about to start singing. I understand that. We just went from 3,000 viewers to 30. Just kidding, Matt. Just kidding. Okay, so my thing is with what just happened. Smithfield getting the goal with 2 seconds left. 2.9 seconds left. And one of the things we said just a few minutes earlier was that they get a momentum kick when they score, and it's like a short burst. They didn't hang on to it, but they really did. I don't know if they were listening. Maybe there's a microphone in their helmet, but they really did hang on to it this time. Just a lot of offensive pressure. And I'll tell you right now, from where I'm standing, here's what I'd have to say, analysis on these two teams. One, Mount is fast. Okay, Mount's fast. They're accurate with their shooting. They can put anywhere, blue line and in, it's on the pipes, okay? Smithfield is tough. Smithfield's taking it to them. Very physical, and while, so I wasn't a hockey player, but I love the sport. Some of my best friends in high school, hockey players, always at the games, following hockey. I love it. So the technical part of hockey, to me, I get it, but it's not my favorite part. My favorite part is the physicality, so I give a little bit of nod to Smithfield at this point.
I will agree with you on that one. They have certainly been putting punch to the ice tonight as we sit here ready for the final stanza. 15 minutes of play for 3. It was quickly 1-0 Mount St. Charles, then it was 1-1, then it was 2-1 to Mount, then it was 2-2, 3-2 to Mount, 3-3, and now here we are all of a sudden 4-3 to Smithfield.
Listen, 4-3 to Smithfield with a horrible, horrible call by the ref. If any of you are listening, horrible call. I'm not going to let him forget about that. And high sticking is what the call was, and Mount got a power play goal off of that. Technically, you could be looking at a 4-2 game right now.
Absolutely, you could, and we definitely should have to say that for Smithfield, definitely Rafi Negrin and Connor Dearden have been their two very key players. Of course, Joseph Patron had an assist on their third goal, but also on the flip side of it, for Mount St. Charles, what we've seen tonight out of CJ Leclerc, 2 goals and an assist, and then also out of Matt Mahoney as well too for Mount St. Charles. And we could add into it that Leclerc and Mahoney wouldn't have produced what they have done without what Joey Cagliano has done on the blue line.
Hey, 2 hard G's.
I said Cagliano.
No, I'm messing. Again,
I gotta apologize. I don't have like the Northern Rhode Island, Southern Boston accent where I'm not gonna be like park the car,
You're not Italian. That's what it is.
I'm not Italian, right?
The thing is out there, guys. We're having a blast doing this. This is so much fun. But we obviously want to give you a good game. So we put a lot of effort into that. A lot of preparation and a lot of work goes into, providing these broadcasts. Tomorrow night, God willing, Burrillville versus East Greenwich at the West Warwick Civic Center, right?
That is the end of the day for us tomorrow. We're going to kickstart with basketball at 12:30 tomorrow. We've got a broadcast day full. You can tune into sfbnri.com tomorrow and pretty much watch us all day long.
Yeah, well, tomorrow morning is Scituate High School. It's not in the morning. I'm sorry. 12:30. Scituate High School. Morning for us. We're going to be working some nights over here. But Scituate High School versus Block Island. Boys basketball contest. First of the season. We are the proud provider of live streaming for Scituate varsity basketball. Their whole complete season, boys and girls. We also have Lincoln High School. We're going to give these guys shout outs, right? So also Lincoln High School, athletic director Greg O'Connor. We got girls basketball going and possibly boys and possibly hockey. Again, thanks to Mike Sosha out there for getting us involved in the hockey scene this winter.
And we know he's watching the broadcast because he keeps texting us. Well, no. We love you, Mike. We love you. We're just kidding.
So thanks to Mike, and now hooking us up with some of the best coaches in the state. Dave Farrell from Burrillville. We got Bobby Jackson here tonight. Thank you to Bobby for bringing us here tonight. Thank you for Matt Mertens for allowing us in here, and Matt Campanelli, the rink manager for Mount. That's a big job. What do they have? 9 teams, kids from all over the country here. Boarding school, a lot going on.
Kids from all over the world here.
Tip of the cap to Mark Andriozzi from Cumberland for working with us there. So there's a lot of people. We've made some new friends just today. It just never stops. So we're very blessed and thankful, and we're blessed to have a great crew. If you go to sfbnri.com, check out our podcast network. 20 shows in the network.
Yeah.
every Monday night we have 3 shows. Tuesday night we have 2 shows. Wednesday night we have 3 shows. Thursday night we have 3 shows. Friday night we have a show. Sunday morning we have a show. Pretty soon you're going to have a morning show. I don't know how you're going to do that. So everybody
I
should go
run
check it
on
out.
Gatorade.
Gatorade.
I run on Gatorade.
Puts me to sleep. And then, we have, again, Mason Belcher here producing this broadcast, but he does all of our audio, video, and website work. Just an unbelievable
We got
job.
this dude over here on camera, Chris Carbone.
Chris Carbone on camera, and he's Chris Carbone.
One quarter of Ocean State Athlete Spotlight, and I mean.
And what about his article? Chris puts out a nice weekly article. The Rhode Island High School Athlete. It's kind of like of the week. He picks a school.
Yeah.
I don't know where he got that idea from, but must have been a pretty smart guy.
That's why we hired him.
And then he took his talents and he just ran with it. And every week his articles blow up. Does a good job there.
Yeah, and he's a pretty decent lacrosse player in his own right too.
Yeah, he's
pretty decent.
Right.
I think he's going to college to play lacrosse. Next, pretty decent.
So we I guess we're having fun with this right now because we're killing some time. But it's a good moment for us to kind of give a little pat on the back to everybody who's helped at this network. If we start running down the list of names, we have a 30-man team right now, and it's growing. We have new people that just started. We have people that have been here since the beginning, like yourself. And, I can't thank you all enough. So I really appreciate it.
Number 19, RIIL. It's not RIIL.
So now even the parents are coming over here and giving us a hard time. Say it again.
RIIL. Just take the D.
All right.
Oh, Lombari. Okay.
Wait, where is it? Oh, hey, it's right on the paper. Don't blame him. So we've been saying Lombardi for number 19 from Mount. It's Lombari. So sorry. Can you believe this? I can't even believe it.
It's one of the to all things being, this is one of the things that's kind of like fun about high school sports versus we're not in a. We're in a high school rink, and it's kind of also almost amazing that we're talking about we're actually on Mount St. Charles campus. This is their rink.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Which is kind of amazing for high schools. But then again, that's Rhode Island and hockey that comes out of Rhode Island. Yeah. And the programs that you have here.
Has their own rink. Mount has their own rink. There's more.
But also, if you get a semblance of where we are literally at the very top row of the seating section of the arena.
Yeah.
Underneath the press box, doing this kind of from a great,
we're under the press box.
Vantage point. So all of the parents are able to just walk up and chat with us while we're
and tell us we're pronouncing their kid's name wrong.
And we apologize. It's game 1 in week 1.
Everyone, take it easy.
We'll get it. We'll get it together here.
Yeah, come on. This probably won't be the last time we have Mount on a broadcast. They haven't hired us for the season. Other schools have, but they'll end up being probably the visiting school at some of the games. So even if you're not, even if you haven't directly been involved with us, you're going to still reap the benefits in a way. It's the way it is. And like I said, we're happy to do it for the families, the kids. And hopefully we put on a great broadcast and you guys are enjoying yourselves.
Absolutely. And speaking of that being, Mount will be home to Barrington on the 28th at 5:45 p.m. before they head to Thayer Arena and play against Hendricken on the 30th at 5:45 p.m.
Someone keeps saying they don't know who
yeah,
it
we
is.
don't because, okay, hey, wait. This is fantastic. Hold on. I was like, oh, another parent coming up. But no, this is really good, actually. No, turn it on.
Yeah,
okay, so this is the goaltender's dad for Smithfield. We said we couldn't, because his number's different on his jersey.
Number 1.
No,
it's not on our roster sheet.
No, it's right here, though. It does say Jacob Salim, but it's 30. So we didn't know.
That's Cole McDuck's, the other goalie.
Hey, man, listen.
It's Jake Salima.
So we only,
No, those are fine.
No, this is good, though.
Make sure you guys use that. Let them know Jake's in net.
If any other parents are watching this in here, come on over. You might as well just come on over right now and let us know.
I think we're going to open up a bar so someone drinks, you know.
So it is Jake Salima. I was going to say that, but the number was different.
Yeah.
So wait, who's number 30?
Cole McDuffie, he's the back.
All right, Cole McDuffie. Okay.
All right.
Hey, well, we're gonna make notes for next time.
We definitely will.
A few of your games.
All right.
Nice to meet you. Okay, so
Jake Salima in net tonight for Smithfield, and we can wax poetically probably for the next 15 minutes about the way he's played the game tonight.
I don't want to, because you want to know what I want to talk about? That this is hilarious that everyone's like watching the broadcast with us and they can hear us getting the grief. No, I really want the people to hear this. So they're like, oh, look at these guys. They're calling the game. They're just hanging out. They're having a fun time. They're having a ham sandwich. No, we're catching grief right in the middle of it all. This is great.
We've had a little fun keeping this live and going, so you get a chance to come inside what the life is like in the broadcast booth-ish during the course of time. You know, we don't send it back to a studio. We keep the show rolling right here all night long.
I actually think we probably could have taken a break, but it was fun. Whatever.
It's our first game of the season.
No, I literally
gotta welcome everybody
I'm so
in.
happy people heard us catch grief, though. So wait, do you remember what was the first dad that came over? He said
was Antonio Lombari.
Lombari, all right,
the
Antonio
freshman
Lombari.
from Johnston, Rhode Island.
Oh, well, that explains it. He's from Johnston. That's how come the dad felt comfortable coming over here. I mean, I'm from Cranston, so I'm not really from Cranston originally, but I live there now, so I get it. I became a Cranstonian 8 years in. There we go. But I get it. I would do the same thing. I mean, my last name's Robert. My kid's last name's Robert. That's kind of easy. You could mess that up, but.
Yep.
And with all due respect to that dad, there is no D on the roster there, Matt.
My mistake, as I am quickly trying to read as the play goes.
All right, you're doing a fantastic job, bro. I'm just messing with you. All right, we're getting ready to go.
Nice throw me under the bus in
nice
game one.
Ice. Look at this ice. I love it.
Great job by the Zamboni driver, and a clean sheet as we have 15 minutes to go.
I gotta go to the back. 10 seconds behind. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah. No, yeah. It's. I know.
So a quick huddle between the Smithfield players at center ice, Mount huddling at their bench. Smithfield scored a power play goal with 2.9 seconds left in the period, which negated the main advantage, and we sit Smithfield 4, Mount St. Charles 3, and we're underway. Tapped up here for Leclerc. Dumps it around the end. Boards tapped away. Trying to control down there is Mahoney. Battle behind the cage. Squibbed out onto the stick of Leclerc. Leclerc carries it around. Bothered there before he tips it out to Cagliano. Rifled around again. Mahoney trying to get any possible leverage he can. Instead, it is carried out of the zone by Goff. Deep in, picked by Mercurio. Turnover, and Mount carries it out of the zone, and squibbed as he was trying to go across ice was Mahoney, and he'll just dump it down for a line change. Kicked off of the skate, back in. They try to reverse position. Legace picks it up right in front, and a chance from Latendra. Battle behind the cage now between four players. Offensively, it is Legace and Lombari. Kicked out now. Smithfield trying to move up onto the stick Patron. Dumps around and dumped back into the zone, chasing that. It kicks out for DeSano, and it comes all the way over, and it's tapped off of a hand before caught by Mandeville. Cross around and diving to try to punch it in is Legace. Carried out now here by Smithfield on DeSano's stick. He dumps it into the corner. Kicks around the boards. Controlled for a second before it's kicked out by Wisniewski. And then carried across. Passed out for Byrne. Mandeville, Wisniewski. Back on the stick of Caggiano. Kicked around the end boards. Martufi. Tied up in the corner. Squibbing around, trying to get at it is Martufi. Can he get through? He does get it free, and it's onto the stick of Bedell. Out again. Smithfield is just tying up every which way they possibly can, as this is going to come all the way down for an icing as Mount makes a line change. 12:04 left to go in the third. A look at Jacob Salima in net there for Smithfield. Face-off, kicks around the cage. Carried out now here. Mulligan gets it across to Mahoney, and it goes in. And a collision at center ice has multiple Mount players losing an edge off sides. Face off at the dot. .11:52. Face off won there by Mahoney. Kicks all the way back. Picked up now here by Leclerc. Tries to carry outside the zone. This is Mahoney again. He's got Leclerc and Bascom with him. Goes right into the center to Leclerc. Center again for Bascom. He gets it on net, saved by Salima.
See, so now you can call his name. Yeah, I had to take my jacket off. I'm sweating.
Right back to the top. And then carried back in by Caggiano. And here's a run of play. Careful opportunity off the post.
I don't think it made it to the post, Matt, but
I heard a little clank.
Maybe it was the front of the keeper's skate.
Could have been. Dumped down right in front on the doorstep there is Jack Morrill.
That's like three opportunities.
Again, that's Patron.
There we go.
And a shot right in, saved by Mandeville.
3 opportunities there for Smithfield right in front of the net. I mean, you know, you're talking a 4-3 game where Mount obviously has firepower, so you got to take you got to take advantage of those. You got to capitalize. Trying
to put a brace on the lead here with 10:54 left to go in regulation. Face-off coming between DeSano and Lombari. Mount gets the win. Legace kicks it up. Taken over here by Latendra, and they're unable to clear the zone in time, and offsides is the call.
Mount has a lot of discipline. I do give him credit for that. I mean, they're kind of quiet. You know, they're getting bumped around by Smithfield. You don't hear them running their mouth too much. Well-coached team.
This time won by Smithfield. Tapped back off the stick of Clabbett. Carries around. Trailing into the zone. Looking for DeSano. And it clips off of a couple of Mount players out of play.
Up into the stands for that one.
No fans, so they'll chase the puck, and the ref will actually just grab one from the box. And we'll get a face-off to the left of Mandeville, 10:30. Gotta appreciate the Hockey Mom sweatshirt on the Hockey Mom.
Oh yeah, she got her son's name on there.
Shane Hopkins, number 28 for Smithfield.
She's gonna go back and watch us, realize she got a shout out, be like, whoa!
Where would hockey players be without hockey moms?
Yeah, I don't know.
And
be
that
getting
goes
screamed
up
at.
into the netting and down, and we'll get a face-off.
Right? Probably screamed at a lot more. Because hockey dads, you know, the moms calm them down. I know, I'll tell you what though. In my travels, moms in any sport, they get pretty crazy.
Soccer moms. Yeah.
You try
I can attest to that one.
wrestling moms, whew, screaming at the mat.
A win here on the face-off by Smithfield. It comes back in, and Negrin taps it down, controlled by Mount St. Charles. Carried into the zone by Leclerc. Leclerc goes to the end boards. He gets knocked down as the puck squibs around. Taken over by Smithfield for a second before it's regained at center ice. Carrying across, and Bascombe is hit hard and takes a tumble. A little slow to get up.
And there you go with Mount, next man up. I'm sure they got the next man up mentality.
Control of play by Mahoney here for a second. Smithfield is trying to get it out of the zone. They finally do, and it goes to the opposite blue line before it's picked up by Caggiano. He's going to carry right back in, tries to deke left, tries to deke right, goes through three defenders.
Oh no, wrap
Wrap around, and he scored!
Mount ties it up.
And it comes off of the stick of Matt Badeau, the senior from Woonsocket, Rhode Island.
That was a great level of awareness for him to come around from behind the cage and dump it in. Nice wraparound.
And if you're wondering why we mention where a player is from, Mount St. Charles is an academy, so there are actually 7 Massachusetts players on the team, along with a number of Rhode Island players who are from all different towns around the state of Rhode Island. And we like to give a chance to mention not just the player, but where they are coming from to play for this academy team.
No, that's great that you're doing that. Give these kids some shout out, but I'll tell you what, that just goes to show you how strong of a program Smithfield has. Smithfield's a small town, very rich in hockey. Very rich with hockey, and they do a great job over there competing with the private schools.
8:44 to go here in the third, knotted at 4, as we are going to get a whistle and a net off of the moorings.
I'm still down with Smithfield's uniforms. I don't know. I'm not. I know this is a hockey broadcast. I'm not trying to be like a fashion guy or something, but
Got a little Michigan State feel to it, a little Sparty feel going on.
Mount with the classic red, white, and blue. I feel like their uniforms have looked the same for 30 years.
Montreal Canadiens style. With the M on the front, you'd almost think they were Montreal. Montreal does do the CH, but it's like
The Habs.
kind of has a Montreal look to it. Tied up play here on the blue line produces an offsides, and we're going to get a whistle play. 8:34 left to go. Thank you for joining us this evening on SFBN Rhode Island, our very first RIIL Division I boys ice hockey game of the season, and of course also, as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, our very first national broadcast on the NFHS Network on NFHSnetwork.com. Thanks to Don Boyle and Ben Halpern and everybody at NFHS Network for building that affiliate partnership, as it tips up and bounces around. Mandeville has to quick think, comes right back out to the point. Hard fire by Negrin, and it goes off of the shin pad of Leclerc. Smithfield still charging hard here. 8-11. Again, Negrin with a firing shot that clips into a couple of Mount defenders. Mulligan here now in the corner.
One heck of a season opener here, Matt, for us. Very, very happy with the way this game is being played. Great look. Great look.
Squibs out to the neutral zone, and it'll have to be dumped back in as Smithfield is going to make a line change here. Mount coming off the edge of a line change. They don't have everything together, but here's a pinching forward. The center of Matt Mahoney dumps back into the Smithfield zone. Negrin comes back over. Turnover from Mahoney at the blue line. It was trying to get dumped back to Caggiano. He is dumped down, and Mount will have to reset.
Smithfield with all the offensive aggression right now. Keeping the puck in Mount's end.
30 seconds left on the power play to Lombari. And Mount has certainly put the penalty kill screws on. Here goes Mahoney again trying to gain a little shorthanded advantage.
Listen, again, Mount St. Charles power play. Offense and their defense on power play. Look at this. Power play and they're about
a shorthanded goal!
Wow.
With 1 second left on the penalty kill, we talked about it that it was a very dangerous situation, and Eddie Mulligan, the senior from Lincoln, Rhode Island, has put this game 5-4 for the Mounties with 6:34 left to go.
Their power play is vicious. Their power play is vicious. Wow.
A short-handed goal, and now Smithfield calls the timeout.
I mean, with all due respect to the goaltender, Jake Salima, that was a rocket, right under the crossbar. I mean, a rocket. Woof. Anyway, so 3 goals from Mount in power play situations. One of them shorthanded. That's their
bread and butter tonight. That has been their bread and butter tonight.
Unreal. I mean,
so Smithfield called the timeout after the goal was scored, obviously to collect their thoughts with 6:34 left to go in the third.
Plenty of time. Right?
There is always plenty of time in ice hockey.
Yeah, I mean, they scored with literally 2.9 seconds left in the second. So, that's Mount is like, it looks like Smithfield is like controlling the game. Looks like they're being more physical. Looks like on offense, they're putting more pressure on the goaltender. And then Mount just comes back, and now they're in the lead, and you don't even know how they did it. You really, honest to gosh, it's 5-4, but I really feel like Smithfield's been taking it to him. It's those power play goals.
Lombari will be in the box for 1 second. That second has expired. Lombari is back into play. Kicks back down. Donahue. Controlled there deep. Wisniewski. Picked up by Smithfield. Smithfield has control of play here. Squibs back out. So they're going to credit Ethan Latendra from Cranston, Rhode Island, the senior getting the assist on the goal scored by Eddie Mulligan. Puts us at 5-4, 5:43 left to go here, and Mount is on the run again. Cross ice pass, and it tips into the penalty box, and we'll get a stoppage of play and a face-off at the dot just below our broadcast position.
Got to give a shout out to 2 of my buddies out there watching. Old high school friends of mine, ex-Hendricken hockey players, Matter of fact, my friend Jay Mertz, his son, just made the varsity squad on Hendricken, which we will be live streaming next week. But Dave Filipkowski down there in Florida, they're begging me for shout-outs. They get it. These are my boys. These are my boys.
Down in Florida,
Yeah.
in the warmth and sun of Florida.
Yeah, he's got it made down there.
Thanks for tuning in on SFN Rhode Island tonight for this game. Salima with the kick save over here as it's dumped back in front, and a chance once again on the stick of Lombari. Salima grabs it and holds on.
Wow. 5 minutes and 14 seconds left. 5-4 Mount over Smithfield. And, you know, Mount's going to start trying to put that one goal to put it away. You know, it's if you see it go 6-4, I don't know.
Tapped back around. Mulligan had a chance in there. Salima got the save right through the and a goal by Joey Caggiano, and it's 6-4 run. You just put it out there.
Wow, I did not mean to jinx Mr. Salima in goal because he's been having a fantastic game. That one got between the pads, unfortunately. Boy, I feel like I jinxed him. But, you know, hey, sometimes they sneak them in. That was from the blue line, right? Oh,
yeah,
almost the blue
Joey
line, almost the
Caggiano
blue line.
from the blue line, from just inside the blue line. And the senior from North Smithfield, Rhode Island.
Yikes.
And watch out, because here they go again, and a shot there from CJ LeClaire, who's trying to get his hattie.
Look, Smithfield has nothing to be ashamed of at this particular moment. What a hell of an effort. I mean, there's 4 minutes and 48 seconds. They could score 2 goals in 10 seconds, so we got time. But, I mean, really, I mean, what a great effort by that program so far tonight. And a great game for us to call on our first game.
Right out to the blue line, tapped back in for a second before it's sent all the way back down. They'll restart play. Wisniewski in the defensive zone will throw it out deep. Squibs around the end boards high, looping end over end. Chance there, and dumped down on the play was Patron.
Smithfield needs to get one in like now.
Hard shot there, and Mandeville has the save.
They need a good bounce, like a lucky bounce for them, right? Just like Mount's last goal. I mean, Salima's had a great game for a puck to squeak between his pads. Unfortunate, but you know, that's a lucky bounce. Smithfield needs to catch one right now.
Four minutes left to go here, and a dump in by Latendra. Scribs around on the end boards, tried to be pushed around again by Legace. Out to the blue line, controlled for a second by Mount. Smithfield trying to bother the play here. Comes across, shot on goal, blocked down by Mandeville. And a second chance there, Squibs out of the stick hold from Anthony Mercurio. Doze. Quick shot on goal, Mandeville with the save. And we'll get line changes by both sides. Face off in the deep zone. Squibs around the end boards. LeClaire trying to clear the zone. Leaves it off as it dumps all the way down and comes in. That's Bascombe chasing there at the end boards. Bascombe has it. He needs some help. Gets it on the stick of Donahue. Donahue fires wide.
Nice save in traffic there by Salima.
Carried out here by Smithfield to center ice now. Dumped in. Tie up at the sideboards. Kicks out onto the stick of Mahoney. Mahoney tries to carry across. He would have been guilty of offsides, but instead it kicks all the way back down, and we're going to get an icing call with 2:49.
2:49 icing call. Smithfield, when you're dumping the puck like that, it's exhaustion. These kids need to find their second win right now.
And Smithfield, who already used their timeout trying to gain any possible opportunity they can to talk to the players, and the referees kind of trying to shuffle them along. Do you feel like it was a bit of a wasted timeout now, given the situation? They called it right after the shorthanded goal.
No, he needed to talk to these guys. Bobby Jackson, he's a man of passion, head coach for Smithfield.
And Smithfield is gone with the pulled goaltender already with 2:30 left to go.
2 goals,
down
Matt.
by 2.
2 goals, Matt.
6 on 5, Smithfield, and here's a shot going right to the end. It goes in, and Matt Bedell has a goal 7-4 with 2:21. And now we will see Jake Salima skate out to the cage, and he will probably stay there for the remainder.
Listen, right now this score is not an indicator of how this whole game went. I understand a W is a W, so tip of the cap to the Mounties. Their coaching and their perseverance. They just stay the course. They go down by a goal. They keep playing the same way. They don't change the way they play, and the goals just come.
Here's Bascom trying to work it around the end boards. Under the stick of pain for Smithfield as he tries to clear the zone. It is kept back in by Mulligan.
One of the things I said earlier, Matt, and I don't want to, it's hard for me to come back on these guys, but, I said, hopefully they don't run out of gas. Hopefully they don't run out of gas in the third because of the way they were playing. They were playing, 130% all the way through, and unfortunately it looks like it just caught up to them a little bit at the end, but a hell of an effort by the Sentinels.
Buck 34 left to go here in regulation, 7-4 to Mount St. Charles. Kicks back into the zone. Just out of the reach of Legace before this is going to kick all the way back defensively. It'll get picked up by Mulligan. Mulligan taps it forward for Legace. Turnover to Smithfield. They try to clear the zone, trying to connect with Mercurio. It's just out of his reach, and it comes back in. Right at the blue line, here's an attacking Lombari. Has a shot on goal saved by Salima.
So we're at the final minute, 59 seconds left. Nice save by Salima.
And a little extracurricular activities occurring after the whistle.
Right? Smithfield's aggravated. They're frustrated. They kept it close for so long in this game.
To anyone who says that athletes in any sport at any level don't play with emotion, you would be lying. There is certainly plenty of emotion to go around, and in fact that's actually going to be a penalty called, so Reed Clavitt.
Oh, so they're giving Mount
heads to the box. And Mount will have a 59.4 second power play.
For the whole rest of the game, they're on a power play.
Two-minute minor penalty for slashing to Clavitt.
I mean, he might as well.
Comes all the way down the ice, picked up by Donahue for a second. He carries it out of play. Approaching the neutral zone, 30 seconds left to go here. Tapped in for Bedell.
Well, that was a nice bit of skating.
Bedell trying to get right there. It goes right inside. Salima has a dive. Post to the opposite post and traps it underneath the catcher.
Another nice save by Salima. For me, if you couldn't tell by the whole broadcast, player of the game for Smithfield, Jake Salima. Pick a player of the game for Mount, Matt.
You know, it's really hard considering how many people have been a part of this game from Mount. I'm going to have to go with the senior from Bellingham, Massachusetts, CJ Leclerc.
Yep.
2 goals and an assist, and his goals kind of jump-started what we've seen of the Mount offense in the second half of this game tonight,
Yep.
and why they're going to head out of here with a 7-4 victory.
Yeah, they were either equalizers or putting them ahead.
One more chance there as Salima sticks one away. It's onto the stick of Martufi. Martufi tries to wrap it around. Instead, it heads up to a Smithfield stick. Gets onto the stick of Nathan Potter. Potter will clear it all the way down, and that goes actually into the stands with .2 on the board, and then the clock just goes to 0, and that will be the match. So Mount St. Charles 7 and Smithfield 4 almost doesn't even tell the story of the game in a whole, as you mentioned. What did you really see out of Smithfield tonight that you like that sets them up for how the rest of the season can go?
Well, like I said, I did like their aggressive play. I love the play of their goaltender, obviously. They had, they were able to get some offensive firepower when they needed it, but just not enough. Just not enough. As far as Mount goes, again, I'm just going to repeat what I said. I feel like Mount is a well-coached team that was able to just play the same exact way that they wanted to play every minute of the game. So they just, when they even went down a goal, they didn't change the way they played. They trusted the process, and it worked for them.
For Mount, it seemed to be do everything by committee tonight. It was CJ Leclerc, it was Matt Mahoney, it was Eddie Mulligan, it was Brendan Donahue, it was Joey Cagliano, it was Jason Mandeville in net. And at the end of it all, it is a 7-4 Mount St. Charles win. Thank you all very much for tuning in tonight. Our very first RIIL boys hockey broadcast of the season on SFBN Rhode Island. For Ron Robert, our producer Mason Belcher, our cameraman Chris Carbone Jr., everybody on the wonderful and amazing staff at SFBN Rhode Island, and thank you one more time to everyone at NFHS Network, our very first national streaming broadcast. I'm Matt Jolas. See you tomorrow afternoon at 12:30 for RIIL boys basketball, Situate and Block Island.
Hopefully tomorrow night, Burville versus East Greenwich, boys hockey from the West Warwick Civic Center. Game starts at 7 o'clock.
Check your local listings for more information.
We got a lot.
SFBNRI.com, SFBN Rhode Island. Good night, everyone.